Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Last week, we saw 22 teams compete for a coveted spot in the finals. This week, we find out who made it through. The Mahindra War Room returns. We return this week to Mahindra Towers, where 22 teams handpicked by a discerning jury from campuses all over India battled it out to take their place on the big stage. Putting their ideas before the jury were Team Zenith from IIM Lucknow and the IIM Underdogs from IIM Ranchi.
We took the case on rural health insurance and we showed how Mahindra actually can penetrate rural India.
There is no right more fundamental than the right to health. We are struggling to provide even basic healthcare facilities to 70% of the population. And this is the irony that has driven our team in our search for that one big disruptive innovation that MIBL can bring to rural India.
Take at the level of transactions or in terms of value, both are different. In housing versus the insurance basic. So the risk factors is quite of different parity.
We have actually identified certain challenges which are obviously associated with the model, but we are not saying that probably we are the only one who have thought of this model because there is no such obviously proof to validate that thing. But once we have thought this particular model, we obviously know the certain challenges which come with it. Like first of all, we are depending upon a particular hospital in the district, which we are saying that will be the primary center for us for all kind of settlement of health insurance for all the OPD visits. The question answer session really makes you aware where exactly could be the loopholes which you couldn't even think because of the expert knowledge which these people have, and we are just learning from them.
As far as we think that our presentation was quite good, the judges were quite impressed. We gave a funny theme to the entire process and we gave Billu as our mascot, and that was quite liked by the judges.
We conceptualized and created a Facebook page which mentions that it's a complete pricing guide and showing Billu as the theme of our communication. And we also propose that there should be regular posts containing the price indices and some other attractive pictures to promote IBB with Billu.
They had a really good understanding of where Indian Blue Book was positioned in the marketplace and where we were in terms of the issues. I think they nailed it.
Some teams deeply identified with their ideas.
We worked on the case on Club Mahindra, which was on the hospitality sector. It was about creating new holiday experiences. All of the team, 4 of us, were very interested in knowing this case because all of us relate to this concept of holidaying and what troubles could be there and how these could be overcome.
Currently, if you look at the Club Mahindra website, it offers no login for non-members, requiring them to wait for an employee to contact them. Now, there are 2 problems associated with this. One, it can discourage interested users, and secondly, it wastes an opportunity to glean more information about potential customers.
While some had their eyes squarely on the prize.
If we win the Mahindra War Room competition, this is going to be huge. We all worked so hard for the trophy. Trophy means everything to us. Lifting the trophy would be an amazing experience.
I think, like they said, everybody can't win. But I think their overall presentation was good. I think they had brought out their financials very well. They had done their economic modeling well. I think overall their presentation was good as well.
Even Team Kung Fu Pandey from FMS Delhi, who had exams, found a way to present at the CEO round.
We looked at the issues from the demand side as well as the supply side. So demand side are primarily divided into 2 things, ability to buy as well as the willingness to buy.
FMS Delhi, I feel that the people, they have worked quite well. They have tried to find out some practical solutions to this difficult problem. One of the solutions they cited about that rural health, taking the, contacting those hospitals which is being set up by Government of India. I think some of the concepts they come out with were quite good. I liked it.
Some teams showed their creativity with some unusual names.
We are team Tohfa Kabul Karo from IIMK.
We are team
Dumb.
Dumba
Dumbest +1
from MDI Gurgaon.
But still managed to impress the judges.
I think you've done a really nice job of the hierarchy, in terms of marketing, the marketplace, the marketing strategy, peeling the onion into the channels and what will you do there. I think it's a nice job. I do have a question on the brand. Sure. We debated it quite a bit, right? Which is, do you want the name Mahindra in there or not? And I'd like your thoughts on this a little bit more, because we actually went without it. And partly because we wanted to be brand agnostic.
Why Indian Blue Book at the moment cannot become very successful in the Indian market is because there are so many other players in this market who are actually talking about car prices, car prices, car prices. So if you're bringing about a price guide, how reliable it is. We went ahead to the customers, we went ahead talking to the dealers, even to the OEM players, Maruti, Tata Motors, Assured. So they did not recognize IBB. They were not ready to recognize IBB unless and until it was from a trusted source.
Q&A was like really awesome. Sudipto, he handled it really, really well. The CEO was like firing question after question, and we were coming up with the answers out of nowhere. So it was a pretty good experience.
We did the primary research and we found out that 93% of our consumers are not willing to buy a new promising brand over an established brand. Well, 87% consumers prefer online reviews as a medium, while 63% prefer word of mouth.
We chose the two-wheeler sector, and we had to kind of provide disruptive innovation, provide disruptive thinking in how we should approach the dealers, the customers, and so we came up with a lot of ideas on brand building, which was required.
When we return, the conclusion of the CEO round. Stay tuned to find out which teams make it to the finale. The CEO round of the Mahindra War Room drew to a close with the final 3 presentations.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are Team Ignis, and we are here to present our strategy to catapult Mahindra Retail into the next league.
We were working on the retail sector. We chose that after having a thorough background check. All 4 of us had a long brainstorming session on which sector we had to choose.
We suggest that Bomb & Me moves from a retail-only format to a retail plus services format and become an integrated baby care service solution provider.
I think the presentation was smooth, so we are looking forward to the results now.
We are Team The Agency. We are from IIM Calcutta. A typical look at the Indian agricultural scenario and the typical agricultural value chain we have in India. Across the farmer, through the middle agents, until the consumer, we identified 3 major areas of challenges the farmer faces. Those are farm productivity and price realization issues, supply chain issues, and market inefficiencies.
We presented in the agribusiness sector, and our solution was the honey business. Well, another team actually gave an inkling of this very business, but we actually expanded it in detail.
Today, if I am only consuming 6 grams, why will I consume more? Or why, if he's not consuming, will start consuming? I mean, what will excite us to start consuming honey?
This is basically a demand side problem wherein it is very important for us as a company to promote honey as a regular food product, which has not done till now, but it has its own benefits of the health benefits which are there.
The Q&A went well. They were actually convinced, but then the thing is, too many teams were actually coming up with their own solutions. One came with a basmati rice, someone with something else. So, I mean, it will be a difficult time for them to actually pick one team.
I think they have done a very detailed study, and they have given a very, very focused strategy. And instead of suggesting some 5-6 solutions, they said this is what definitely is going to solve all the problems end to end. And they've done a very good job on that.
We are Team Maestro, Sculpting Value from SPG IMR. We will be presenting our collective participative strategy for Mahindra Logistics to enter into the banana value chain business.
A solution was a holistic and a collective participative model wherein the farmer, the logistic associates, as well as the retailers were the stakeholders in the entire process. So basically what a model was that we have to produce a quality banana before we actually transfer it to the retailer. And if there is no quality produced, there is no point transferring it because the customer has a surplus which we want to exploit.
I think their width of issues covered was very good. I think they were able to articulate a large kind of width in terms of what the solutions should be. Unfortunately, I think paucity of time being a constraint, I don't think they were able to delve very deep into some of the issues. So width coverage great, but I think some of the depth in certain issues could have been a little better.
With that, the CEO round of the Mahindra War Room was a wrap.
We do hope that our thoughts meet the jury's thoughts, and yes, we do hope to qualify for the next round as well.
We are confident about what we did, so I'm guessing the jury also liked it, and we'd hope to see ourselves tomorrow again presenting in front of the president.
Actually, our college has told us to go ahead, give the best out of this whole process, and they shifted our exam by 3 days so that we can be here for the next 2 days and hopefully win this and bring the glory to our college.
I'm giving 2 preference out of the 5. You have to be the judges. Ranchi was better.
All that remained was a heated discussion between the jury members to decide who was to advance to the grand finale.
You take the call.
When we come back, the top 7 teams are revealed. Stay tuned. The jury made their decision. The top 7 teams of the Mahindra War Room 2013 were
Emergency exits I3 Delhi. Original inventors JBIMS. Team Outlanders Mica. Team Vinod Blues Reboot SIBM Pune. Team Makers IMT Ghaziabad. The best plus one MDI Gurgaon. I am Underdog. I am Ranchi.
the day of the grand finale of the Mahindra War Room dawned with much anticipation.
We were pretty anxious. Our heartbeats were like literally pounding.
We were kind of nervous, but not so much, because basically the motto of our team is to go and have fun, no matter what.
May the best team win, and may we be the best team.
The jury comprised of the top brass of the Mahindra group.
Getting an opportunity to present in front of Anand Mahindra himself was really something which we felt was a moment of pride for us.
And each of the top 7 teams got a chance to stand before them and take their shot at greatness.
In the morning when we came over here, when things were getting set up, when we looked at the entire presentation, we were like, wow, boss, where have we come? We saw those 8 seats in front of us where we knew the entire board would be sitting, and right in front from where we were presenting, it was Mr. Anand Mahindra would be sitting right there. So it started coming in and we got puffed up. We were like, jeetna hi hai, jeetna hi hai, jeetna hi hai stuff.
After each presentation, the jury got their chance to ask the deeper questions. The rules of the Mahindra War Room was simple. Above all, strive for excellence.
The kind of opportunity that Mahindra War Room presents, it's once in a lifetime opportunity, and we cannot put one step wrong.
So with no further ado, the Mahindra War Room 2013.
On behalf of the 180,000 women and men who work for the Mahindra Group in 100 countries across 5 continents, and on behalf of the Group Executive Board in particular, I extend to you a very warm welcome and grateful thanks for being here. As the perennial gale of disruptive innovation sweeps through the world, Mahindra is committed to challenging conventional thinking and innovatively using all our resources to drive positive change in the lives of our stakeholders and communities across the world to enable them to rise. A key ingredient in this process is the infusion of unbridled energy and lateral thinking by engaging with bright young minds like yours. So far as we are concerned, you are all winners. Good luck and God bless.
There are 7 presentations, so we'll start right away. Can we have the push bowl being taken to the jury members, and you can ask any of the jury members to pick up and select the team. Mr. Anand Mahindra is picking up the first team which is going to present today.
Emergency exits, Indian Institute for Trade, Delhi.
The moment of facing the jury was, we were numb. We couldn't feel anything because all the jury were very eminent. They were in top position. They were the global leaders of Mahindra.
A very good afternoon to the respected jury and members of the audience. We are Team Emergency Exits from IFT Delhi.
We chose the case of Club Mahindra, and the objective of the case is to create a unique holiday experience. We feel that this can be achieved through 4 sub-objectives: creating magical moments in the lives of the vacationers, getting them to commit to Club Mahindra for 25 years, collecting sincere feedback, and expanding the existing customer base.
At the heart of a solution lies in the analytics engine. We collect information into this analytics engine from feedback that we get, the web portal and app which are interlinked with each other, as well as CM Connect and the Facebook and Twitter social networking sites. All this information will help us to provide customer delights, and a delighted customer will be more loyal to the brand, thus leading to more commitment, and will also propagate the brand through word of mouth. That is, the referrals could increase. We also propose reward point system and gamification in order to induce more interest into generating feedbacks, which is further fed into the analytics engine.
Our presentation, well, we finished before time, thankfully, which is a challenge mostly. And the Q&A was interesting, it was very dynamic. They seemed interested.
What is the problem you're trying to solve, and what makes what you're presenting disruptive?
The problem which we are focusing here right now is about delivering personalized experience to our members, because this is what will differentiate us from our current competitors or the future competitors. Now, if I provide any normal experience, say having a tent, a night stay in the tent, or bathing with the elephant, my competitor can replicate this the next day itself. So we propose personalized solutions using customer information. That is when we talk about the analytics engine part. It understands our customers, their interests, and based on that, we deliver personalized solutions.
Emergency exits. Do dwar aage,
do dwar piche.
Dr. Pavan Goenka is picking up the next team.
I am underdogs, I am Ranchi.
Yes, we were nervous, but the opportunity that we are getting, we know the magnanimity of that opportunity, and we hope to do best, in future.
In a country where the National Human Rights Commission itself feels that there is no right more fundamental than the right to health, we are struggling to provide even basic healthcare facilities to 70% of the population. Now, this is the irony that has driven our team to search for that big disruptive innovation that MIBL can bring to rural India. So based on the gaps that we found through our primary research, we'll target the retail segment by first developing both sachet and full-fledged insurance products with a mix and match of child and OPD, child and family, IPD and OPD, and pay-per-visit, monthly and annual payment models. We then enter to the child segment, let the parents experience the benefit and then upgrade. Meanwhile, we enable insurance companies for proper risk assessment and enable the hospitals also to maximize their revenues. We target SMEs through, again, low premium offerings for their employees first and then upgrade them to family insurance plans. We strike nodal alliances with key nodal bodies and drive down the employee absenteeism of the companies. Finally, as you said, even by conservative estimates, we get an IRR of 32% with a payback period of less than 3 years, claims reduction ratio of approximately 20%. So this is a sustainable BOP strategy.
We have been up all night almost and have rehearsed a million times, and the most satisfying part was everything went as per plan. The timing and the finishing of the PPT was exactly on the time. So it was good presentation.
I would like to personally request probably the senior management of Mahindra to ensure that this idea that we brought up, which will change the million lives of rural India,